Hi there, I'm sitting out here by myself at the Patricia Green Cellars fire pit. Beautiful landscaping work they've done here that nobody can see because there's nobody here. But nonetheless, we're going to talk about 2019 features, talk about Durant Vineyard Madrone Block. This is our 10-year anniversary with getting fruit from the Durants. They've been great to us over the years. The vineyard was originally planted back in 1973 by the Durants. They still live there. They still own it and operate it. Beautiful site, a little over 60 acres in size. We get two different sections of the vineyard. Back when we started in 2010, we were getting a section of the vineyard called the Bishop Block, which is the original 1973 and then also 1984 planting. But in 2012, that section of the vineyard got decimated by hail in the springtime. There was literally a few hundred pounds of fruit spread over many, many acres. And so they offered us the block literally right across the tractor path from the Bishop Block, which is called the Madrone Block. And it's a younger section. It was planted in 2000. It's Dijon 115 and Dijon 114. And ever since 2012, we've been bottling Durant Vineyard Madrone Block separate from the Bishop Block. And it's really starting to come into its own now. That section of the vineyard is now 20 years in vine age, and I think once you start to get into the 15 to 20 year range, you really start to see maturity in the vines, and you see much more complexity on the fruit. And I think what we bottled in 2012 and 13 they're really nice wines, but they're really fruit forward and big, sweet fruited Dundee Hill style stuff, very easy to enjoy. I think we're starting to see now with the 2019 vintage. While it's still got that, it's this, got this great impact of fruit to it. It's if you like Dundee Hills Pinot Noirs, this is going to be right in your wheelhouse. But now it's got a little bit more sophistication to the texture and tannin structure. So it's a little bit deeper wine while still having sort of the fun, fresh, exuberant things that I think have made it a wine that people like. And it's also sort of a bit of a cellar defender. It's not that it can't or won't age out, but it's one of the ones because of its relatively smooth tannin load that it shows well when it's young. It's going to drink well right out of the box, and odds are you're going to get this wine in a box. So you can pull it right out of there and have at it, and it'll probably taste great. So that's one of the nice things about it. We try to have this little mix with the futures offerings, wines that are going to be a little bit more flashy and show at a younger age, and some wines that are going to be more structured and going to have a little bit of an edge to them in their youth and are going to be served very, very well by having some time to it. So that's been one of the good things about having the Durant Madrone Block as one of the futures offerings, is that it gives us that option for people looking for a wine like that. Going back to the Durants, Paul Durant is now sort of the person who runs the operation there, and he was told me the story about when his parents were looking to purchase property up in Oregon in the early 70s, that they took a class from a guy named Charles Curry of Curry clone fame. Chuck Curry was definitely a pioneer in the industry, but he didn't have a winery. He was like the nursery guy, the vineyard guy. And one of the things that resonated with them was that he said, if you're looking for property that's going to probably be good vineyards, is look for stands of Madrone trees. And this block, the Madrone Block, is an homage to them finding this property that had Madrones on it, and still does to this day. So there's a good story about good advice in a very sort of homespun Oregon kind of way of don't look for this, or the soils or whatever. Look for Madrone trees because they're going to give you growing conditions that are going to be favorable to grapevine. So a nice little story about how the Durants got located where they are. But again, Durant Vineyard Madrone Block, nice wine, great wine from the Dundee Hills. Will drink super well when it's young and just be delicious. So cheers.